goal, she the goal. She the goal, she the goal. Yeah. Greatest of all time, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I actually wanted to do a story time because I was like, I don't know about y'all, but I personally love sitting back watching story time videos. I'm gonna tell the story about the time I unfortunately was a side chick. I know it sounds so bad. Don't kill me in the comments, you guys. First, hear me out, okay? All right, so I met this guy. I'm not gonna say any names. So I met this guy, right? It was me and my friends. We were in was it Myrtle Beach for bike week. So I met this guy, and honestly at the time, like, I really wasn't interested in talking to him. He had stopped us, and so he was, you know, like flirting or whatever. And usually I don't even like entertain people. I kind of just like blow them off. But we really, like, that was our first time there, and we didn't like know anybody or anything. And I knew he was talking about him and his friend, him and his boys, how, you know, he was a party promoter, so they had like all these parties going on. So I was like, all right, I'll give him my number or whatever. So later on, you know, that night or whatever, we could go to maybe one of the parties if we wanted to do something. And so, needless to say, we didn't go hang out with them while we were down there. But when I got back, you know, he had hit me up, and so we had started like texting or whatever for a little bit, and then we started like we eventually started talking on the phone. And so, y'all, I talked to this dude for like a year. He didn't live here. He didn't live here, but he only stayed like I think he stayed like 4 hours away. And so eventually he would come visit me. So he started coming visit me, and we weren't serious. But you know, I really like, I ain't gonna lie, I really did like him. And it's crazy because if you see him, like, he is like not my type. he's not bad looking. He was very attractive, loved the conversation, loved the energy. Like, we could be on the phone for hours and be talking and just laughing and just really enjoying our conversation. And so it never dawned on me that I didn't talk to him at night, like nighttime. In the evenings, we did not talk. We literally talked in the mornings. So every morning I would talk to him for like an hour. When he go on his lunch break, I'd be talking to him or whatever. And then we just be texting throughout the day. Like, we talked, and then nighttime we didn't talk. And at the time, I didn't pay any attention to it or whatever. Like, it just didn't dawn on me, like, because we weren't together, so I wasn't like checking for him like that. It was just somebody that, you know, I really enjoyed talking to, so we would talk or whatever. And then even as I have Cameron, you know, pick her up from school, and so it just never crossed my mind that I didn't talk to him. And so initially when I first met him, he told me that he didn't, you know, naturally ask somebody, do you have social media? And so he told me, no, I don't do that social media stuff or whatever. So I was like, okay. First, let me tell y'all, first of all, this man, he has 7 kids. Like, I used to call him my little Nelly. Like, he literally reminds me of Nelly. Like, the way he look, his personality or whatever, just the way he carried himself. He really reminded me of Nelly. And like, even like my coworkers, like, he'd come up to my job, like my coworkers knew him, my friends knew about him. He would like surprise me, send me stuff at work, everything. Like, he was, you know, he was treating a girl pretty good. Like, we was laughing, everything was good. And I don't even know why I kept entertaining him. Like, when I found out he had 7 kids, y'all, first of all, he sent me a picture, and I'm like, what are those, all your siblings or something? Like, and he was like, no, these aren't all my kids. And I'm like, okay, first of all, 3 of them looked like they was about the same age. And they were. So he had like 4 baby mamas and 7 kids at the time. So I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Like, I should have just cut him off then, but we were friends, like we were genuinely friends, so I didn't want to like judge the situation. And like I said, I just never really took it too serious. But when he, you know, he would come into town and see me, we would hang out, we would talk on the phone all the time. And so I remember one time, like, he even brought his 2 sons up to my job. Like, I wasn't there at the time, I wasn't there that day, but my coworkers called me and was like, 2 little boys just came in here and like brought you like some flowers and stuff. So I was like, okay. So he brought his sons, y'all, and I'm like, yo, you know, like in hindsight, you know, after I found out that he was married, I was like, nigga, you really brought your kids up to my job to bring another woman flowers and you married? Like, who does that? So one day he hit me up and he was like, go check your Facebook. So I was like, okay. Like, I wasn't sure like why he was asking me that, why he was telling me to do that, because I knew he didn't do Facebook or like any social media. And so I went to check my Facebook. Mind you, his family knew about me because he had family. The funny thing was, hold on, wait, before I get to that, he had family here. So your whole family knows about me. When you come into town, they know you coming to see me. You know, his nephews, all of them, like coming here, and the whole time this man is married, like married. So, all right. So yeah, so he what else? What was I saying? Okay, so yeah, Facebook. So he was like, check your Facebook. And so I was wondering why he was asking me that, because I was like, I know you don't do Facebook or whatever. I was like, okay. So I went on my Facebook and it said that he had left me a comment. And so I clicked on his page, right? And mind you, when I clicked on his page, I kind of like skimmed through his page or whatever, but I didn't see that he was married on his Facebook page. And so like I didn't see any of that. Like, I just went on his Facebook page, he had pictures of him and his kids or whatever, or like his party promoting stuff or whatever. That's all he had up there. And that was because I didn't see everything, because I wasn't his friend yet. So when I clicked on, I seen he left me the comment, and I clicked on his page, you know, when I was going through it, being nosy or whatever, it didn't show everything, because I guess certain stuff, you know, you can post stuff to where only your friends can see, and then you got stuff for the public. So technically I was just seeing stuff that was, you know, that he had publicly posted. So it was like a few pictures of his kids and then like party promoting stuff. So it still didn't dawn on me. And so one day, like, me and him talking or whatever, and you know, just like we usually do, talking on the phone for hours, he on his way to work, and we get off the phone and I get on Facebook and I see that he posted happy birthday to his son. Mind you, now we're Facebook friends, right? So fast forward, time has gone by, so now we Facebook friends, and I only went through and skimmed his page that one time, and that was before we were Facebook friends, but it just didn't dawn on me. And so I seen that he had posted his son, and so I commented up there and I was like, babe, he's so cute, tell him happy birthday or whatever, spend all your daddy's money. And so I commented that. And you know, when you comment on something on somebody's Facebook picture, whenever somebody else comments, it sends you a notification. So this girl commented and she was like, happy birthday, you know, happy birthday you and such and such. Like, for instance, like, I'm gonna just throw something out there. Like, so say his last name was Brown, right? So he had already told me his baby mama's name and all that stuff. Told me all the stories with all his baby mamas, everything. Like, we really, like, would talk. Like, he told me everything. So his baby, I'm gonna just say his name. Her name was Rachel. And so she was like, you and Rachel Brown are doing a good job. And I was like, Brown. So she got his last name. So now I immediately go to his page. I'm skimming through his page, y'all. Not only was he married, his wife was pregnant with an eighth child. So this what makes it crazy. This what makes it crazy. Mind you, his like 3 oldest are like 14 years old, right? So they're like 14 years old, and his three youngest, one's the new one she was pregnant with. She had the baby now, but she was pregnant with. And then like the other two, yeah, two other ones. His youngest, so his youngest 3 children out of the 8 was by his wife. So I'm scrolling his page. I'm just like in disbelief, like married, you know, like full throttle, him and his wife. She's pregnant. They got pictures of the baby shower, everything. And so I scroll down some more and I see a comment and they said, you know, you and Rachel are the baddest couple, you know, here in the city or whatever. And so he comments back to that person and was like, yeah, 15 years strong. And I'm like, y'all been married for 15 years? First of all, if you've been married for 15 years, then this nigga was lying to me about his age. He was just lying about everything. And it was like, yo, like, when I say y'all, this was my friend, like, we were, you know, dating each other. He was coming down the city. We was talking every single day, like, laughing on the phone, everything. So I was like, been married for 15 years or been married for 15 years, whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, hold on. If y'all been together for 15 years, that means every single one of your children that you had that was not with her, you had on her. Like, while you was with her, you was getting all these other girls pregnant. I was not about to be baby mama number 5. It won't happen. And so look, right. So I comment on the picture. The girl comments under it, right? So now I'm like furious. I cannot believe what I am seeing. So he calls me instantly, and he calls me, but I'm acting like I don't know what's going on. Like I'm acting like, you know, oh hey, okay, because I knew he, you know, we had just got off the phone. I knew he had just got to work, and so when we got off the phone, that's when I see all the stuff on Facebook. So he calls me instantly, and I'm pretty sure like he's ready to like plead his case to me, but I don't tell him that I know. So I think he's like kind of like waiting to see what like I saw, if I seen it, if I peeped it or whatever. And mind you, he deletes the whole picture, like the picture of his son saying happy birthday to his son or whatever, with all the comments, whatever. He deletes that. And so he was like, you know, what's up, what you doing or whatever. And I'm like, huh? And I'm like, nothing. And so I'm like waiting to see what he gonna say, and I could tell he's kind of like sounding relieved, like, okay, maybe she didn't see it or whatever. So I was like, so I'm on the phone like, you know, short talking to him, seeing if he gonna say something. And so we get off the phone and I text him and I was like, so you married? And he called me back and he was just like, you know, like, yeah, but we've been going through. And I'm like, hey, y'all don't look like y'all been going through, like y'all just had a baby shower. Like, y'all had a baby shower. She's literally about to have a baby, like this entire time. And I was like, and that's when everything started falling together. Like, that's why I ain't never talked to you at night. That's why, you know, that's why it is. That's why I'm like, and then you trifling because you freaking had your sons come in my job and bring me flowers. Like, your family here, that's here, knows about me. Your cousins and your nephews and all them have seen me from like us when me and him would meet up or whatever. Like, yeah, they seen me. And I'm like, where they do that? Like, men or dogs? Like, y'all, I stopped talking to him. I could not believe it. I was so mad because when I say this person, like, I really enjoyed our conversation. It had been like a year. I never did, you know, I never did contact his wife or whatever. I just really honestly felt bad for her. Like, he was apologizing to me, but I told him, I was like, look, you don't even need to apologize to me. I ain't your wife. Like, I feel like this is my thing. This is what really made me mad. I told him it's unfair because had you told me from the jump, you could have let me make that decision, which I wouldn't have did, but you could have let me make that decision on if I wanted to still deal with you. Because some girls know you married and they still don't care. They'll still deal with you. That ain't me. But you robbed me of that when you've been lying to me all this time. So I was so mad. But I was like, but you know what? I can't even like I'm not your wife. Like, I can't be but so mad. Like, I'm like, shh, if I was her, like, you need to be on the phone, baby, please. Like, you need to, like, that's who you need to be going to try to like work things with. Like, although granted she didn't know, but I just felt like ugh, like, So I just can't. So yeah, needless to say, I stopped talking to him after that. And that was the time, y'all, that your girl was a side chick talking to a married man. So comment down, let me know if y'all ever been in a situation like that, and let me know if you enjoyed this story time. And if you want to hear more stories from me, just let me know. All right, bye y'all.